Alright, so here is the start of the trail. You'll go to Torrey Pines High School, take this side road up back. Here's the dog park, this is the lookout point. So right here you'll come along and you'll hug the fence until you hit a gate, and at that gate you'll cross, go under the trees, and you're at your starting point. From here you'll go down this trail. As you can see, you follow it down to this fire road. This is the fire road that a lot of the trails all in this canyon connect to. From there you'll go right here, go down, and then you'll hit this final end road. From there you'll bomb into Gonzales Canyon. Gonzales Canyon's pretty flat. You should be able to zoom through. You pretty much want to hug the canyon. Don't head over here, you'll most likely get lost. Some of them kind of veer off. So you'll hug the canyon, don't go that way, go this way, and then finally you'll go through here, just follow the trail. Don't cross the creek if there's water flowing. Then come up, you'll go under the bridge right here between Cathedral and Canyon Crest, and then you'll start your final descent as you bomb down, ending under the 56 bike trail. If you're wanting good places to park, right here is a good place to park if you want to park at the end, or right here there's always parking. And if you want to get back, you just take some of these, you'll just go down, up right here, under the 56, and then from there, you will cross over right here in this dirt trail, come down, and go up Ashley Falls Drive, all the way to Delmar Heights, cross Delmar Heights, follow this road, and then from there, you will pop out on this road and finally get back to your car, or if you live in one of these neighborhoods, just map yourself there. Let's get on the video. So, today we're just going to go down it and have some fun. As you can see, I have never gotten that one down. I think I've only gotten it once. Some of these you really gotta pay attention on. That was not. Is this good? Yeah. Here's some sections, pretty technical. Yeah, I definitely have taken this way too fast. But, you know, sometimes crashing's your favorite part. This definitely is a trail that definitely teaches you a bit of traction control, as the ground here is packed, but there's like a thin layer of sand on it that kind of messes with you. As you can see, there's some jumps, some uphills that you'll hit. I definitely take my mountain biking more of a fast and crash than a slow and walk. But definitely this is the first section. Most of them go into the canyon. I'll show that later once we get down there. There's like 3 different prongs of how to get to the canyon. This is probably my most favorite, since it's more of a wide, flat, whereas the other one that I think I'll show in the next video is very technical, has a lot of stairs. It's definitely fun, but you just have to focus more. Whereas this, definitely, that was in a jump. It's more smoothed out. It's definitely a good learner. I definitely learned on this, and it was a great help being a young kid mountain biking. I should have turned harder. Probably stuck out my leg more. Yeah. Alright. Here we go. Leads into this section, which is in our It's like downhill. With some trails, you gotta watch if it's a trail. Sometimes it's just where water goes when we get our rain, and you'll find yourself, oh, this is, like, it looks normal in the beginning, and then you find out you are not on a trail. You're just in a little pathway between two bushes. And yeah, you gotta kind of be smart, but usually you only face that problem if you're trying to find new trails. Yeah, this is the first section is almost over, and I kind of like this one because it kind of ends off with a nice flat section. Right here, you can take that shortcut, or you can go all the way through, and it'll meet to the same spot, just depending on what you like more. That one has more turns. It's definitely just a preference. That one is a little shorter. I think it meets up right there, but yeah. So coming in on the end of the first section, and we'll end up riding the flat part of the kind of quick bed in the beginning. Now turn to some smooth track. So if you have younger riders, you can kind of just help them walk through that, or just take it slow. And then once they get down here, it's definitely nice for a flat, just get outside. That's what a lot of families like to do. They'll take their younger kids. There's a stairway, or I think we're gonna cross it soon, and they usually walk down that with their kids, and then just have a little fun trail and go through the canyon, see nature, see your beautiful skies, beautiful trees. Excuse me. Thank you. Oh, hey, doggies. It's fine. Hey, doggy. Hi. Yeah. So you gotta be observant of, there's dogs, kind of, people like walking their dogs, so don't go too fast. And right, here's the environmentalist area where they pretty much rip out shrubs and then plant the same exact shrub. Waste of your tax dollars. Actually, you usually end up cutting down trees which are more beneficial than these crappy shrubs that just light on fire if it gets hot. There's a jump coming, I should get some speed. Fergie! Oh, it smacked me right in the butt. Yeah. You always find other bikers. I didn't know there's a fire road there. There's a jump coming up. Definitely not the greatest jumps here, but still pretty good ones. Yeah, coming through. This kind of goes around the creek too. Oh, right here. Here's some steps. They're the preferred way to take if you want to make a shorter run. You saw those steps right there. There's like steps like that go all the way up to the top of the mesa or the canyon. And a lot of the younger people take the kids down those steps instead of walking down the mountain bike trails, as you usually have a mountain biker coming down. Yeah, right here in the winter and spring you'll see a creek flowing. Very nice. It's fun to go down there and play in it. I remember doing that as a kid. Definitely a lot of fun. It's kind of fun to see a spring or a creek. It's usually not a luxury most people have, even if it's only 4 or 5 months out of the year. This area becomes really nice green in the spring and winter, which we should be coming up on soon. I think it's already November. Yeah, it's the election today. It's gonna be a crazy week. But yeah, we're kind of heading towards this area. Get up this hill. One problem with some of these areas is when we get rain, it's not much rain compared to most of the world, but since we don't get rain for 6-7 months out of the year, we only get all our rain at once, so the ground's really dry, and when it gets hit by water, it gets really muddy. These areas erode quickly. Trails expand because people are walking out of the trail because it's so muddy, so sometimes you gotta keep that in mind. Usually, in some places, up to a week after a rainstorm, week and a half, you might not want to ride, as you will get severely muddy and definitely will have to take a shower after. And sometimes even the trails are covered in water. Like last April, I went riding through here, and everywhere you looked was a river and water flowing. So here's what we call tunnels. So you get these like shaded scrub oaks. It's not long right here, it's a long one up here. That's definitely where our funnest trails are. There'll be like mile sections with these covered paths, so in summer you're very protected and you won't. The trails are definitely nicer, less washed out. Like up here, they'll look all like this, and usually they're really fun switchback like things, and yeah, real fun. It's definitely nice in the summer when it gets up to those high 80s, mid 90s on some days, and you just take the shade you get. Right there's usually a creek, so that's something you also have to be aware is in spring and winter, you're usually always crossing a creek because you're riding in canyons. So some areas you might have to think it out, like wear the right clothes. Oh, they cut this. There used to be a shrub right here that you cross. I'm always used to trying to jump it and then crashing. It's one of those annoying ones where like it's a really sharp uptick right after you jump it, so you kind of get stuck on the front tire. But here we're coming in, going close to Canyon Crest Academy in this area, so if you know where that is, pretty easily. Over there at the bridge that goes to the shopping mall and the schools, if you can see it. Right here definitely also becomes a muddy section in the spring, so be aware about that. Generally choose drier days because it'll definitely get flooded out and muddy, and you kind of have to plan your clothes out accordingly because you will splash mud everywhere and you will get very muddy. Well, coming through. There's some jumps up here that I think at the beginning of quarantine, this one guy with a dirt bike started riding around in here, and until he got called by the cops too many times because I guess dirt bikes and pedestrians don't like that. So he built some nice jumps up here, which aren't great for bikers, but I definitely like them. They add a bit of fun to the area. We are coming into the end section, the final downhill. This is definitely what some people find the funnest. I definitely have overdone this, so this lost its original fun factor on me. But it still gives you a nice thrill. And it'll take you through a nice area. But yeah, over there, as you can see the road we just passed, that goes straight to Canyon Crest Academy. And yeah, we're about to end our journey up here. And if you're a first time rider, I think this first section, you definitely need to kind of maybe look at it first to figure out your path. If you're a first time rider, I'd take the left, but I usually take the right just because I kind of started the wrong way and it's a hard habit to stop. As you can see, it's more smooth over there. Come through here. Up here it's a little rutted, so you don't want to stop, as sometimes giving power is smarter than slowing down. This one can definitely hurt when you first come down, as well, usually your body's not used to, as most of us are in nice cars that have good shocks. We're not used to lots of banging on our wrist and back, but you get used to it after, I think, your third run. My body's very adaptable. Crank it up to high gear and try to get some speed. Coming up here at the bottom of this final hill, or first bottom, because it will kind of go up and then down again. Ah, a gnat in my eye. Hello. Right up here, I think, right there's a trail, because this gets really muddy, even into like August sometimes, depending on what of the year we get, and it will smell like crap. Like cow feces. But someone just, I think, came with a hacksaw and cut out a bunch of shrubs and made a surround trail, which isn't the most elegant, if that's where it is, but it is nicer than trying to sneak your way through some very thick, gross mud. It smells terrible, feels terrible, and you will smell like it for the rest of the day. And yeah, you come through the mustard grass that's taken over. This in the spring, it's crazy. Your hands will get whacked as they start leaning in, and they just take up the path. It definitely feels cool because it feels like you're riding through some jungle or tall grass, but definitely is nice to wear gloves as they kind of hurt when they hit your hands, or you just get numb to it and brutal through it. And also the gnats are annoying in this canyon, but that should not take away from your ride. You probably won't notice it. I just notice it because I ride this a lot. As we come under the 56 bridge, I think. Yeah. This is the 56 freeway. Ted Williams, I think. You end up here. It also has a split section because this floods, because I think there's a creek right there. My head's a little shaky as I like to look around. And here will be the end of your trail. Up over that way, I don't like that whole mesa. There's a lot of really nice trails. This is the way back to my neighborhood, so I usually take this back.